Hello. Hello, people now and in the future. We are here to watch another wonderful bad good movie. We're going to watch Licensed to Love and Kill. It's going to be on screen with me. I've put some subtitles in. The subtitles that I use, some of the things that have come up are really funny, so I've left them in, even though they're slightly incorrect. Like they don't get this guy's name right at all. And often in the subtitles, when there's music, it just comes up and says, "Oh my God," for some reason, which is really strange. We're going to watch it live on screen. I've edited it so that some of the naughty bits are covered up. After all, it is 1:30 here in the UK. One of my unusual afternoon streams, which I'm really looking forward to people seeing because it's such a funny film and it is like. So let's talk about it. It's Licensed to Love and Kill from 1979. Brackets, the man from S.E.X. I'm not sure what they stand for because there's dots. But anyway, it's also known as Undercover Lover. About British secret agent Charles Bind, not James Bond. Charles Bind. It has been. There is another one in the series before this, but the working title for this was An Orchid for Number One. 001 or Number One is the character that Gareth Hunt plays. He is the James Bond character. It is a. It is a. Let's just go through a few comments. People already. Yes, it is. It's not a spoof, but some people say it is. So yeah, 59 Survivor VHS making point of that. Gareth is here because it is National Gareth Day because Gareth Hunt is the star of this. It is a bad movie. It is. It is. Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm saying it's got a good in the middle of it, and yours is just bad. Okay. That's a fair comment. So talk about Charles Bind. He's called to investigate the disappearance of Lord Dangerfield, British diplomat. His daughter is called Carlotta Muff. Lotta Muff. This is what we're working with here. Lotta Muff. Lotta Muff-Dangerfield. Or to give her a full name, Carlotta Muff-Dangerfield. Yes. There is an ambitious senator named Lucifer Orchid, which is a great name as well. Jensen Fury, one of the characters, is called Scarlet Star. Yeah, the original one of this was called Number One of the Secret Service. This was the sequel. You don't need to have seen the first one, trust me. So I'm going to get this started, get this playing, and yeah, you will notice a few edits I've made just to be on the side of don't want to shock anybody in the afternoon. So here we go. He says. It was working literally 5 seconds ago, but we'll see what happens now. You'll know when it happens because a really, really cool intro comes up. Let me just see what's happening. They're expecting more nudity in it. I feel like this nudity, when I was editing it out, honestly, it took me ages. There's a lot of background nudity, and obviously with it, here we go. You'll see as we go. Do not adjust your set. So this is an Intervision video. It is from VHS. It is a VHS rip that I've done. Like I say, Gareth's expecting more nudity. I can promise you that I have done my absolute best to cover up nudity, so you know.
Hand and foot in this jet fighter with only dynamite for company.
This is the intro sequence, which is quite hard to see. It's quite dark. What's going on? He's up in a jet, and then the amazing song starts, which might mean that we get kicked off if somebody's got copyright on the music. We'll see what happens. If it does, I'll just mute it and come back on in a minute. Fingers crossed. Or I'll just talk all over it. I'll sing. Really will upset people. So yeah, Gareth Hunt, interesting story. The reason I went down a bit of a Gareth Hunt wormhole was I heard this story about Gareth Hunt where he was auditioning for James Bond. I don't know if anybody's heard this, but it's fantastic. And it went really, really well. Do you know? I'll tell you the answer to that soon. So the story about Gareth Hunt was, he did an incredible job in his audition. However, at the end of it, he tried to flick a cigarette up and catch it in his mouth and try and do something cool, and he missed, and he burnt himself and was like, oh, fucking hell, and ruined it. So yeah, that was it. I thought that was quite funny. I didn't upload it as a test. I tried to. I did upload about half of it. I got impatient and cancelled it, but I'll give it a go anyway, because I'm struggling with my bandwidth at the moment. Hopefully fixed it today. So a very sort of 70s song here. Like I don't know, I can't describe what it's like. It's Status Quo crossed with ABBA, maybe? Touch me inside my head. What? Okay. Some of the blurry nudity in this I tried to cover as well, but I may have missed bits of it again. I'm not sure. It does sound like do 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 do. He was in the New Avengers, yeah. I think I put him at New Avengers on hashtags. I thought, guaranteed, not many people are going to be talking about the New Avengers on YouTube. It's a fine thing. Love is a fine thing. Just feel it down. Love is a fine thing. What a song. Love is a fine thing. As you can see, I've used creative editing to cover this up. Oh my word, it was difficult. You can just guess what's behind there. If you're watching my channel for saucy videos, then you're in the wrong place. Look at that car. It's nice, isn't it? I know nothing about cars, but I know that that's a nice one.
Yeah, have a fresh one.
Here he is, Gareth Hunt, the man himself. He would have been the first curly-haired James Bond if he'd have got the role. Can't think of any.
I won't waste time, number one. The PM particularly wanted you for this assignment.
So this is his
So we've been held up waiting for you to return.
cue.
Sorry, sir.
Lord Dangerfield, a high-ranking diplomat, is in America. Apparently he's ill. The Home Office are worried. He's been out of contact with his family for weeks. Not that that means too much.
So yeah, Lord Dangerfield's gone missing, and it's number one's job to go and get him.
Agent on the market.
There is also a lot of like, I suppose it's quite forward thinking. There's a lot of clones in this film. I guess that's a good way of doing low budget things. So there's a clone of number one, I believe.
Jensen Fury, always known as Jensen Fury.
Also, that's his full name, and that's his name with a middle name.
And a match for anything we have.
He's not a match for him. Does anyone remember the Maxwell House adverts with Gareth Hunt in them, doing the old vaguely rude hand gesture to say that it got real coffee beans in it? So yeah, this is the sort of so that was M. This will be Q, won't it? Where just people are running and shooting through this area, and he's just kind of stood there like he doesn't know what's going on, and he's like, "There's nothing to do with me."
No idea. Not my department.
He's like, "It's not my department." No. But this is our apartment. I left that in because I thought it was quite funny. Oh yeah, number one gun. Yeah, they must have done relatively well these to keep going. They're very much hated by a lot of die-hard Bond fans. When I looked into it more, these Deep Roy is in this as well. He is, you may know him, guys, from all the Oompa Loompas in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. You'll know him because he's the one that's 4'4" tall.
I think I just use it for picking up ball bearings.
Just picking up ball bearings. Yeah, my subtitles seem slightly out, but yeah, never mind. It can't escape the low budget feel that it is. Like this, where they're testing all this tech, just feels like a factory or a school hall. In the Bond things, there's all like plexiglass, and it looks kind of cool, almost like a lab.
Yeah, there's a new force field I developed.
However, he's not quite
I think
perfect.
Gareth Hunt was just happy to be playing James Bond, maybe. Or Charles Bind.
Within 6 feet seems a certain dare.
I don't think he's bad in this. It's just not a good film.
Well, unfortunately, this force field is quite useless against bullets, fire, and water. It only works against explosions.
A force field
I've heard
that's
it
useless
protected
against
about
the
9
things that
months.
can kill you.
Maybe I should come back then.
Come back in. Huh. Pay attention, 001.
That looks like my car.
Yes, it is.
That looks like my car.
Modifications. You have a rather attractive anti-chase device, and yes.
It would be kind of fun to have made
This
this
will be your new control panel.
to made this film.
What's this?
Or to see this film in the cinema.
Now, that red lever could be a little dangerous, number one. It's still in the testing stage. It's no need to be used in those extreme dire
Pay attention,
emergencies. What does
001.
it do? Make me fly.
Pay attention,
I can give you a
Mr.
10-foot
Bind.
lift. There's really nasty obstacles when needed.
Oh,
but
one
you
of the
must
things
be at
about
full
this is,
throttle to get there.
I don't know if it's in the film because it's hard to
Well,
tell what
you
they're
do.
saying
Send the
sometimes,
car to
but
me.
the Bind
You'll get it in the
side of
USA
it,
within
you
the
get
next few
about
days.
6 versions of his name
Regrettably, however, you will no
from
longer
different
have a
people that
refrigerator.
comes
You
up in the
need to
subtitles,
dispense
which is
on one
unintentional
thing,
humour
number
there
one.
as well. Yeah,
A
number
cigarette.
1, good. Is it an exploding cigarette? We used to have those at the joke shop when I was a kid, so
However, it's a line we're thinking
Just
of
have,
discontinuing
all
if the
kinds of
opposition
funny
have a
jokes
similar
and
device
stuff
which
that used to
works
get.
from a cigar. In short, number one, the opposition will think even a harmless cigarette could be a weapon. In other words, smoking can damage your health.
he laughs at his own
You will
jokes, this
be
James Bond, as well,
equipped
which is an interesting
with the
choice.
usual standard issue watch and shoes. Have a good trip, number one.
No, we're not off to the races just yet, but we'll be very soon. So yeah, number 1 of the Secret Service. A sequel was announced, Orchid number 1. Nicky Henson was replaced by Gareth Hunt in this one. He was well known as being Mike Gambit from the New Avengers. It's the same M role, Rockwell, from the first one. And there is Licensed to Kill, which is a Charles Vine. The character is called Charles Vine in that one, starring Tom Adams, should I say? And then the Merlin, the Q character, is actually in those versions and this one as well. This guy's got a great voice. I think it's this guy. There's one guy who has a really great voice, like this. Yeah, they do their best to like use the word licensed instead of license in a lot of these rip-off films. Has anyone seen Operation Kid Brother? Or it's got lots of different names. The ones with Sean Connery's brother in it. Neil Connery, is it? That is a super boring one.
Don't kill me, please!
I just love this one. I love that it's got everything in there. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Licensed to love and kill. Brackets, the man from S.E.X. This is just like a shooting range, just having fun killing people. But even the people who are scared for their lives are kind of unconvincing. He's got that cigar or cigarette hanging out of his mouth there. So this is our main henchman. He takes it very seriously that he's better than number 1. Jensen, not Gents. But there you go.
I like to keep my eye in.
This is the main bad guy. He's our kind of eccentric bad guy.
By 1/3 since you arrived.
There's lots of laughing at their own jokes in this film.
I'll see what I can do.
Keep me real sharp.
British intelligence have sent their number 1 agent here.
British intelligence? Surely that's some kind of oxymoron.
Dangerfield's daughter.
Not Rodney
Number 1.
Dangerfield. He's not in this. Don't get excited, guys.
I
You
hope
can't
you're
get no
better.
respect.
Ultra 1.
I look forward to killing him, sir.
I look forward to killing him, sir. I think he's dubbed and given that voice. It's too good.
The bugs in this straight up bad, Orchid.
Keep sharp.
Keep sharp.
I want
There's
Jensen
lots
to
of
drive with line
in
tugs.
this. Hey,
I want my
Nate.
boy
Good
to
morning
be
to you.
As senator of this fair state, I can't
To
condone
see you, my friend.
Get those stiffs off the beach.
Get those stiffs off the beach. Oh, my word. So the locations are a little bit more low rent. I kind of feel like some of these are things that are in that you might see in Faulty Towers, you know, like hotel rooms. Oh my word! When the woman starts twirling her tassels, that was hard to edit.
No, I've just arrived from England.
So this is Dangerfield's daughter. This is not a Lotta vagina. This is what's her name? Lotta Muff. Carlotta Muff. Dangerfield. Hyphenated name. Hey, Russell. Good to see you, my friend.
He said you'd help
Good
me
day,
find my
love.
father.
Good. Yeah.
I'm Carlotta
too.
Muff-Dangerfield, Lord Dangerfield's daughter.
You don't mind if I call you Lotta Muff for short, do you?
Nice. I must say hello. You don't mind if I call you
showing me
Lotta
your
Muff for short because that's the pun. You mind showing me your credentials?
You will help me find my father, won't you?
Do you mind if I show you some innuendo?
He came over here to visit a friend of his, Senator Orchid.
So yeah, so her dad is Lord Dangerfield.
I'll visit the senator in the morning.
And me too, Russell.
In the meantime, perhaps you'd like to have supper with me.
It would be interesting to have. I know John Cleese was in some of the Pierce Brosnan Bonds, but it would have been great to have John Cleese as the as Bond.
No, I must be going.
Coffee time. Yeah, you wake yourself up, Nate. I get that, man. I'm not a morning person. I don't talk to anybody in the morning unless I absolutely have to. So this is some big country mansion.
At least another 15
They basically
minutes.
spend a lot of the
Settle,
time just
Jensen.
killing
Thank
people
you.
at this country mansion. It's like kind of their sport, hunting the deadliest prey, man. Yeah, license to
How is Inez?
love and
The
kill.
professor's only
Welcome,
completed the
everyone.
work on his head, Senator.
Let me
So
see.
there's lots of there's a crazy professor, and he works on all these people changing looks, for this madman essentially, for this bad guy for no apparent reason, to mess with the world, I guess. I just wonder, can you get a license to love and kill? I know there's a film called License to Marry,
That's very, very good.
but that's there's
Isn't it,
marriage
Jensen?
license, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, he is now
Spin it.
the spitting image of our hero, Mr. Bind. This is his what's the word?
The professor must speed up his training
Clone, I
program.
guess, or someone's been not clone, but
Don't
he's been
let him know
altered
we've
to
taken a
look
peek.
like him. I'm steering you wrong by saying clone, I guess. Senator Lucifer Orchid, I believe, is the main bad guy. I just love the fact that somebody's IMDb says that they were called Carlotta Muff, but then I guess you could say she was in a Bond film.
Can I help you?
Some of those names are.
My room, 309,
Just as
about
bad.
7:30 tonight. In the
Oh,
meantime,
can
I'd
you
like
help
to
me? Meet me in my room, you
Only too
saucy
happy
sod.
to assist you with cars.
So this was written by Jeremy Lee Francis, who is known for writing Number One Gun, which Gareth mentioned earlier on. Not Gareth Hunt, but Gareth Video Tasties mentioned, which stars Michael Howe as Charles Bind. So the guy who wrote this wrote that. He also wrote a film called How Sleep the Brave, which sounds like it's lost in translation. That's about a group of American soldiers going to Vietnam. Directed by the same director, Lindsay Shonteff. Here he is, Deep Roy. We missed him. We missed Deep Roy. And that guy. There's some awful fighting in this, I must say. Terrible fighting. And I don't mean like, oh, it's so hard to take, but I was hoping that the guy from Manchester, who they've made a film about, who's in a lot of films around this time, who's like a stunt man, I was hoping he was in it, but he isn't. Look at that Escort, orange Escort. I wonder if that's still around or rusted away. There's a lot of biffs and boffs. Hey, Dr. Counterpunch. How you doing? We're watching a few counter punches here. Not very good ones, I'm afraid. Good to see you, my friend. 1984, so this would be 5 years before that. This is the year I was born. Everyone's saying hi to each other. That's awesome. It's really appreciate you you guys turning out to watch this. Now we're fighting in a swimming pool. Deep Roy's just chilling. The ladies. Obviously he's got his tennis racket there. There's a lot of pointless fighting in this, I must say. His henchman just likes to prove himself a lot. It reminds me a bit of...
What's going on here? Who are you?
Robert Shaw in
My name's Charles Byrne.
in Bond with his
I'm a
blonde
friend of
hair.
Carlotta
And...
Muff-Dangerfield.
Lord Dangerfield's daughter?
Yes.
Carlotta Muff-Dangerfield.
She's worried about the whereabouts of her father, and she thinks you might be able to help.
Lord Dangerfield is one of my closest friends. His daughter is concerned about her father's whereabouts.
I wonder where this is. I must have a look and see where this is set.
You really ought to go and get cleaned
where
up.
they
I do for a
borrowed
bit of a
this
drip.
house from.
Why don't you freshen up and then
A bit
join
of a
me?
drip.
Girls, would you give Mr. Byrne a hand? We'll try
It
and
is
help Miss
filmed in, shockingly, London. All in London, Greater London.
Little pipsqueak.
You little pipsqueak. I don't hear that enough anymore. It doesn't say where this place is. It literally just says Trafalgar Square, Heathrow Airport, Admiralty Arch, Blackbush Airport. I don't know, that one in Hampshire. Must be a local, like, small one. But it doesn't say where this house is, this country house. Whether it belongs to someone. Director, maybe it belongs to Lindsay Shontoff. Shontoff? Stephen? Shontoff? This came out in August '79. Also known as number 1, as I said, licensed to love and kill. He carries 2.357 combat magnums and he's licensed to kill. This is the last film that Carlotta Muff, the actress who plays Carlotta Muff, was in. Because obviously this was enough for her. Oh yeah. There's some sexy ladies, but you'll be mad when you see how I've edited them. Deep Roy. Yeah, Deep Roy. He just tends to wander around a lot in this. He doesn't really do very much. I think it's just like, we need a character like Deep Roy. We need, you know, either someone very, very tall or very, very small.
Do you think I could have a little more cold water?
A little more cold water.
Oh, Charles.
Yeah, so
Mr.
Henson, who
Johann.
was originally Charles Bond, Nicky Henson, he'd signed up for 3 of them, but after the first one, he decided he was not going to. I was going to cover that one up, but then I thought she's got some pretty
Thank you. You're most helpful.
Our purpose is to bring pleasure
substantial pants on.
and to be of
So
service
yeah, I
when
haven't.
necessary.
Yes, I can see that.
I'm being made ready, Mr. Byrne.
I love sometimes trivia on these things.
Ready.
Charles Bond is a spoof of James Bond. No way.
I'll see you in
I don't
about
think he's
5
a
minutes.
spoof.
Take 10.
However, if you remember, and I remember this,
No, as you can see, Mr. Byrne,
Carry
I
On
resigned myself
Spying.
to a simple life.
There's a character
Mind you, I
called
still have a
Charlie
few fingers and a
Bond,
few
played
pies,
by
which
Charles
keep me
Hawtrey, who would have been
You've given
great
up
in
all
this.
hope
He
of
would have been a
becoming
great
president,
Bond, wouldn't he?
Well, since I wasn't born in America, that was never a possibility. Besides, I prefer the reality of excellent food, mature wine, and good friends.
So this is
Like
actually,
Lord Dangerfield.
obviously, it was years and years before
Like
the
Lord
actual
Dangerfield.
License to Kill film.
You know, I do wish I could have been more use in helping Miss Dangerfield to find her father, but I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. Lord Dangerfield is a very
Yeah,
private man.
that'd be good actually. And I think they
Yes,
should
I would
release
be
my
obliged if
version
you
where I
would,
put like
keep me informed.
Pugwell 316 t-shirts over the
And I trust
over
you'll
the
do
naked
same for me,
ladies.
if you hear about his whereabouts before I do.
And they can keep my subtitles
sure
that
of
aren't
that,
quite
Mr.
correct
Byrne?
on there as well. To be fair though, if this was, and I was a bit
I can't let
facetious,
you go
but
back to your
actually, if
stuffy
I,
hotel room without a refreshing
Doctor,
drink, can
if I saw this on,
Aye.
I don't know, Vinegar Syndrome or
Byrne,
something,
this
I'd be
is fun.
buying it.
She'll entertain you.
Fungi. There's not much room there, is there, for her?
That's a strange name. I bet you're the clinging type.
Clinging type. Oh dear.
Oh, Fungi. Ladies first.
Funky. Not Fungi. I thought she was called Funky as well. I heard. Fungi.
Acid.
He's a fun guy to be with, to be fair. Acid.
I like my fish off the bone. Not my women.
He likes his fish off the bone. Oh no! Got a flat tire
I'm
as
so
well.
glad you came to know how, Mr. Biden. I discovered that my pool
Mr.
of
Biden
uses
there, Joe
acid
Biden.
to rid the pool of fungi.
So again, this is the second incorrect name we hear in it. See if you can
You seem to
spot
have a
them
flat tire.
as we
I
go
see that.
along. bind, Biden, blind, boned,
Well,
boned.
I'll get my
Never
chauffeur
bombed.
to drive you back to your hotel.
I mean, James Bond is seen dead driving an Escort. My Uncle Jim had an Escort.
Stays there till I arrive at the hotel
the car.
in one piece.
Yes, sir.
There we go. Got a bit more funky music. There's a big chunk of funky music halfway through, so if we make it through that, I think we're going to make it
I wish I was
without getting taken down. The car chases are pretty rubbish. The flying stuff's pretty rubbish. But there's one bit with a car getting chopped, kind of sliced, which is really cool. No brakes. Of course. See, at this point, I switched the radio off. I'm at that age where when I need to concentrate when I'm driving, I turn the radio down now. Which used to drive me mad when my dad did it. To be fair, Doctor, I'm thinking about this. They could do a release of all of the sort of spoof films, like a big box set, all the Bond rip-offs, not spoofs, rip-offs. You could get Operation Kid Brother. You could have this. You could have the other two from this series. You could have the ones that preceded it with some of the same characters. You could have about 6 or 7 films in. I love the fact that the music's just tootling away. I love you. I love you. Yeah, that's true, Pat, actually, yeah. To focus. Just have a word with Merlin about this. In case of those who've just joined us, Merlin, we're not talking about Arthur Pendragon and all those guys. We're talking about his tech guy. His Desmond Llewellyn.
Senator Orchid couldn't help then.
No.
Senator Orchid.
Are you sure he's a friend of your father's?
Yes. They've been chums for years. Daddy always stays with him when he's in California.
Then perhaps you can tell me why he wants to kill me.
Oh, Daddy.
Don't be silly.
Giants, midgets, acid bars, cars with no brakes, even a seduction scene, and that's just on the first day.
A seduction
Daddy
scene in
did
this
say he
movie.
had a funny
I'm
sense
not.
of
This
humour.
isn't a movie. This is real.
We must find my father soon. I know he's in trouble.
Well, maybe he's just trying to get away from the pressure of politics for a while.
Pressure of
After all, Daddy is a
politics.
big boy now.
Daddy is
I
a
wonder
big
if he's at
boy.
the cottage.
What cottage?
It's the only place he likes to be
Lotta
alone.
Muff.
Well, phone him.
There is no phone. That's why he likes it. Oh, Charles, will you take me there in the morning?
Only if you promise to come to my room for a night. Or
He's
perhaps
desperately
again.
trying to get people to come back to his room, isn't he? You come to my room. The woman literally, the woman was like, "Do you want your keys?" Earlier on, he was like, "Only if you come to my room." He's the James
managed to
Bond
get me another
version of
car.
that Simpsons
Well, the captain told me that your car's arrived
episode
in
with
London.
the
Should
car
be
model who's like,
now.
"Do you come with the car?" "Oh, you, huh?"
Have a nice day.
Did you sleep well?
You're not still sore about last night, are you?
Yeah.
The check is at midnight.
You didn't.
No, no.
You're not
I played
holding
with
a grudge
myself.
against you because I didn't come to your room. It's implied that if you work with him, you have to sleep with him. Around these concrete jungles. Oh, here we go. Who's this guy? Some sort of assassin, I'd imagine. Oh, he's got some big eye holes. He's got like little rubber press studs. He's got like a little bondage helmet on. Off we go. See you later. He stays at only the best Holiday Inn in next to the airport. I feel they filmed this in and around a small airport.
This is
Driving
Daddy's
very
house, is it?
slowly after him.
Yes.
No one's
I feel
been here for
like-
months.
Charles,
The daddy would have a
my
bigger
father?
house.
Don't worry, we'll find.
Yeah. Yeah, I love indicator. The corruption indicator Blu-ray is probably one of my favourite Blu-rays that I own. The booklet with it, the artwork, so good. Obviously, I love Peter Cushing anyway, but that is incredible work being done by Indicator. I love Corruption as a film; it's great. Got lasers in that one.
Company for some time now. He obviously hoped we'd take him to your father.
Who would want to find Daddy except me?
This is his like theme. There's lots of added ha's in my subtitles for some reason, and I didn't delete them. I was just like, nah. Yeah. This is the best bit for me. Check this out, man. I mean, you can guess what's going to happen.
I saw him coming.
Saw him coming. What a rubbish line. Oh, this is funny. So this is where they've changed a person. The crazy evil doctor has changed this person from a very rough-sounding rough man into a woman, and they're inspecting her.
Fantastic, Professor.
Fantastic, Professor. Oops.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying these are perfect. If you look carefully, I might well have missed out on
And this was really once the
covering
strongest
things
man
up.
in the world.
This was the strongest man in the world.
Amazing, Professor. I can't wait to see
Amazing,
your number
Professor.
one creation. It's my best work
Listen to how the
today.
professor talks.
I'm sure you will be pleased. I'm sure I will.
He's very
Well,
Peter
now you
Lorre.
must excuse me.
It's my best day
Yes.
best work to date.
Come on, Brucey.
See you later, boss.
Percy. See you later, boss. Is dubbed in over the top because we needed a big, deep voice.
I don't like your professor. The one-eyed freak.
And he has a great voice too.
He's the best in his field, Jensen,
I don't like your professor.
just as you are. His work is essential to my plan of taking over presidential power. Now,
All available on my
I've
link
invited
tree.
Lord Dangerfield's daughter and number one to
It's
my club tonight.
my t-shirt store.
I want you to kill him this evening.
Scroll down, you can find the cheaper ones as well. When you
Dead?
get in there. The more expensive ones
glad
seem to
to
be at the
see
top,
content.
and then you scroll down, you can find some relatively good priced
all for
Coco
one.
316 t-shirts.
Just another stiff.
Just another stiff. He's either got sort of asthma like me, and he's struggling a bit with his breathing, or he's just going for the kind of general American henchman voice. Oh man, Pat, you don't have to, man. It's okay. I know you rep me because you watch the videos. That's more than enough. You're a legend. Oh my God. So this is where we might get taken down. This is like almost a full song, so I'll have to talk all the way through it, or sing all the way through it. Maybe, I don't know. Or mute it for a moment. If I press anything, I lose my ears. I'm just muting it for a little bit while they're on here, because there's a big song and dance number in here. But I doubt we'll get taken down. I think we would have done at this point. I'm enjoying myself. Oh, thanks, Nate. You're a legend. This just looks like a working man's club. This is the problem. The sets let this down a little bit. I don't think Gareth Hunt would have been a bad Bond. Oh, thanks, man. Do you know what? I'm going to risk it. I'm going to put the sound back on. I'll see you all back here
The
later.
occasional bang.
So, oh, yep, he's dancing with her and she
Thank
just
goodness for Merlin's
explodes.
force field.
Go on, give her a big hand. And then the music just kicks in. It's like someone's just blown up, and we just it just kicks in. This is the song from the title, so if it didn't shut us down then I guess it won't shut us down now. Like I said, this is very status quo crossed with ABBA, I feel.
Indeed, Mr. Bye. How did you manage to survive?
How did you manage to survive?
Let's just say the Force was with me.
The Force with me. It's only 2 years after Star Wars.
I'd like you to meet
Great reference
Jensen
there.
Fjord.
Jensen Fjord.
I got a 22 caliber device fixed inside this cigar. One flick of my finger. You get it between the eyes. You number one stiff.
Get it between the
I really am
eyes.
sorry, Mr. Byrne, but you've been such a Byrne.
What's a number one stiff?
I've had to bring in the best to finish.
Mr. Byrne, he's called now in this
I'm afraid
scene.
it's
Mr.
goodbye,
Byrne.
Mr. Byrne.
Okay, stiff. Move.
Stiff. Calls him stiff. Is that like the worst thing you could call somebody back in '79? Do you think? Well, no, it wasn't. But he's a stiff. This guy. What a night for love. Oh, we get a great scene coming up with some swinging tassels in a moment. So yeah.
Okay, stiff, that's far enough.
Call your mother,
Turn
tell her
around.
you're going to be late because this is a brilliant scene coming up. And it was incredibly hard to. Do you know how hard it is to put a t-shirt over somebody who's swinging nipple tassels around?
Where do you want it? In the heart? Or between the eyes?
Surprise me.
To the Thursday with Gareth. No!
I'm disappointed with you, Jensen.
Oh, I didn't know.
I
I
heard
don't
you
know
were
that.
good.
You have to explain that one to me.
Just good?
It's too early.
Got it wrong.
Yeah.
I'm the best.
Whoa. Yeah, I know. That's why I spelt it out. Nice to see you, MSJ. I've got to be careful. Love is a fine thing.
Yes.
I didn't
I don't know
miss.
if I like this song or I've just listened to it a
I'm
lot
all
while
up
I've been
here with
editing
my
it. I think
245s.
probably the latter.
Not this
This
piece.
guy's got a great voice.
I'm gonna show you who's the best.
He's got such an inferiority complex, this henchman.
Okay, you're number one,
He's
stiff.
calling him stiff as well.
Make your
which
move.
is rubbish. Make your move. Draw, cowboy. Hands up, you bum. It is available. Yeah, you can find this for free. The unpugwalled version, Russell, on YouTube. Strangely, it doesn't skip as much when I'm watching it through my own computer, so I thought I'd do my own edit.
Number one, stiff.
Plus boobies.
Hey!
If you're wondering what these pixelated boobies look like, then it is available on YouTube. This is the full version, but there's a few subtle edits. So that's that.
If you want to drive with no lights, so can I.
Yeah, it's not quite that dramatic because it's obviously so dark you can't quite see what's happening. We could have done with the lights. Whether we're doing day for night and making everything blue, like a blue tinge, like a just putting filters on it, and I'm not sure what it would have looked like on the big screen. Because this is off a VHS rip,
I'll show you something.
or maybe off TV or something, maybe recorded off TV.
Here I come, you number one, stiff.
Here I come, you stiff. He's obsessed with being stiff, this guy. Oh man. See, again, he just says noises of the car is oh my god. No one says oh my god in the film. Just getting that car on, buddy. Is it a Triumph, car people? It's a
You
Triumph.
got me, Jensen.
You got me, Jason. Jason Fjord, I think he's called.
I give up.
I give up.
Oh, now who's
Shot him
the
anyway.
best? Hey, number one.
Oh, he's got his thing that repels bullets. Mind bullets. Yeah, he's got that special thing
The
that
real
his
thing's no
version
better
of
than Orchid's plastic, man.
Q gave him. What's he called? Lucifer Orchid or something, the bad guy? The main bad guy? Senator Lucifer Orchid. Yes, I was right. How good is it?
Oh, it's been a triumph, Carlotta.
You know he's a bad guy when he's called Senator Lucifer Orchid.
He obviously only has an eye for you this evening.
We were friends before lovers. That's the song. And then, you know, Charles.
Just catching a breath there. Thinks I'm someone else.
Yeah, it's a full-length thing. Yeah, it's not like Turkish Superman, this, Russell. It's not a 60-minute
I'm
job.
a duplicate of myself. It's like looking in a mirror.
We're well into this now.
Alexander.
Right down to my Alexander. I've never heard of anyone's privates being referred to as an Alexander before. Alexander the Great? I don't know. Cockney rhyming slang? Who's a famous Alexander?
Your timing is perfect, number one. Jensen has just disposed of the real Clint. Watch it. Ah.
The real Clinton.
Number one was a piece of cake. Yes. But he died real good.
Well, I guess that makes me the new number one then.
They have trained you well, number one. You even have the real thing sense of humor. It's all right.
He is. Oh, he's pretending to be the
He wasn't.
facially transplanted version of him. Oh, okay, okay. We're on it now. So yeah, so now he's pretending to be the fake number one.
She will lead us to her father, and he's vital to my plans.
Wow. Seem to have everything a man could want.
Yeah, this Lord
I have more money than
Dangerfield.
I can spend.
I thought he would have lived in a big
Even
castle.
have a private
but
island in
just
the
had a
Atlantic,
little
over which
house.
I hold supreme power. I have bigger plans for myself.
So these are his love toys that he keeps in a cage.
There.
Of course. This guy's just
I
poking.
must have my little poke.
Must have my little poke. Oh, you are awful. But I like you. He's got a pith helmet on. Is that a pith helmet? Or is
Jensen,
it
I have a little job for you.
like a man from Del Monte hat?
I want you to take the girl
If it's
in
a
the
pith
green
helmet, he's
bikini.
taking the pith.
Tell her to report to the commander.
Hey, Orchid, how come you're always using ugly broads for jobs?
You're very naive, Jensen. The beautiful girls are pleasure units. For my pleasure alone.
Beautiful girls are pleasure units. Can you imagine if you were in this film? It's like, oh no, you're one of the ugly ones who does the jobs. You'd be like, oh, thanks. I'm not pretty enough to be a pleasure unit. Filing those nails. It sounds like he's got metal nails. How did he get them put in? How did they get attached? I have questions. Yeah, see if you can spot my subtle edits.
I trust Miss Dangerfield hasn't noticed any difference in you, number one.
No, she's convinced I'm the real thing.
You can still see his boobies though.
Once she leads us to her father, Lord Dangerfield, I'll execute my plans.
What plans?
My plans.
Nothing that
What
need
plans?
concern you.
Oh, yeah, 10 is 10 is coming up on Gareth's channel very soon.
Number one, our time is at a premium. I have to be in London within 2 days.
I've got to say, if the
with Lord
time is at a
Dangerfield.
premium, they spend a
not sure
very
if
long
Lord knows where he
time
is.
in this scene here at the
She's taken me
swimming
to
pool
visit her
because
father's
I had
mistress.
to edit it
Maybe
quite
she
a
can
long
help us.
time.
Mistress?
Yes. She's
Just
been
try and
around for about
imagine
10
what's
years.
going on
Very
behind there. They
discreet
say
in
the most
background,
erotic muscle in the body is
Mistress.
your mind, so
That's something, I suppose.
just imagine
Why don't
the
I go
debauchery
along?
behind them.
I think I can
Or,
have it, sir.
when my editing's
Well,
so
we can
poor,
leave
you
it to
might
our
just see
number
it
one.
flip up for about a second.
The real number one couldn't even reholster his own guns.
The real number one.
I'm not convinced about Plastic Man here.
You don't have to be convinced about anything, Jensen. Jensen,
It's got nothing to do
Jensen,
with you,
don't take
Jensen.
everything
Just
as a
do your job.
challenge. I know our number one's limitations, but
My
your
friend's dog was
presence
called
would
Jensen.
jeopardize the confidence of Lord Dangerfield's daughter in him. Surely you can appreciate that.
Maybe the real number one had a bad day when
Gun
you pulled him out, Jensen.
holsters on a shirtless
A bad day.
body. That is a
I cut him
very
to pieces.
80s aesthetic.
Listen,
I
Orchard,
think.
I'm gonna have
This
to
is
put a
1 year
hole
before
in
the
Plastic
80s.
Man's
He's ahead
head
of
if
his
he keeps
time.
giving me more of this lip service.
Lip service.
No. I need you both. Number one, you go and deal with Lord Dangerfield's daughter and report back to me. Hmm?
Yes, sir.
That's it. On it. Very subtle editing there.
Jensen. Keep an eye on him, Jensen. He may begin to think he's the real number one. And change
Because he
codes.
is. He is the real number one. Well, this woman, she's the nightmare of anyone who wants to edit films to cover up the nudity, because she never stops moving. Baby. So I can't promise everything will be covered up. I just laid it. Spoiler. This has got a massive 4.3 on IMDb.
What's her real name?
Scarlet Star.
Really ordinary. I can see why
That's
she's
not really ordinary. Scarlet's quite might see half a cheek. I forgot I'd done this.
Darling, it's
So
so good
badly.
to see you, is it? Let me introduce you.
It's so good to see you in your
Charles
Puggle
Vine.
316 shirt available
Hello,
in Matthew's Linktree links.
Lotta's worried about her father. We wondered if you could help us find him.
Oh, I know I shouldn't have told him about you and
Amongst
Daddy.
other
But he's been
fantastic
helping me ever
items.
since I got here. He really is all right, you know.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
You can guess what's going on here. They just stood around chatting, but she's obviously been practicing for her dancing and isn't that bothered about getting dressed again.
Now, if you'd excuse me, I'd like to get on with rehearsal. Business is falling off, and I'm trying to put a little class.
Business is falling off. It's not the only thing that's falling off.
Why don't you both come
Clothes.
around and see it one night?
So, spoiler, this woman, we will see her again, the woman who I'm covering up at the moment.
My father must have contacted you.
No, Carlotta.
What's the best Bond
Now, why don't you just take your friend
innuendo name? Is it just Pussy Galore, or is there there's loads, isn't there? There's so many, but this one obviously she's not a real Bond girl, but Carlotta Muff, amazing. And why is she Carlotta Muff when her dad is Lord Dangerfield? She's got married to a man called like Bob Muff,
It caused me a very difficult situation.
Jim Muff.
No, but I'm happy to be with you.
It's hyphenated, or her mum's a Muff.
I'm sorry, Daddy. This is Charles Vine of the British Intelligence.
Who's called Charles Byron in this one? No, not Bind. Bind or
Charles,
Bond or
this is my father.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Lord. A bright and elusive gentleman.
Carlotta, why don't you go and talk to Scarlet for a minute or two while I talk to Mr. Byron?
I tell you, I get no respect.
I take it I
He's
can
Mr.
trust your
Burns now.
confidence, Mr. Byrne.
Yes, sir, you can.
Mr. Bone, Bine, Bin Bon,
I'm
Biggity Bon.
frightened of being blackmailed. That's why I've been in hiding.
I love how he delivers that line, like it's something he's ashamed of,
My error.
like it's an irrational
I'll arrange to
fear.
get you and your daughter back
I have
to
a
England.
fear of being blackmailed.
In the meantime, I think you should stay here and leave everything
And
to me.
spiders.
Thank you.
Lord Dangerfield,
Yes?
perhaps you should tell me who's trying to blackmail you and why.
That'd be helpful, wouldn't it?
Hi there, Steph. I took you for a gentleman.
Hey there, Steph. Oh. He just likes beating up this guy. He thinks he's beaten up two versions of him now. Well, I guess he has, hasn't he? Oh, and then we'll play all... I'd be gutted if this got taken down from the copyright holder of All Things Bright and Beautiful.
He's not what he should be. All things bright and beautiful.
But he's done the
Creatures great
remix.
and small, all
This reminds me of the set of, I think it's Russian Terminator. Like a massive building with hardly anything in it.
You really delivered the goods this time. I told you he was good, Jensen.
Your boy hits me again. I'll kill him.
Is it raining? What's the rumbling in the background?
No. Don't get upset. Don't be upset. We had to make it look good in front of Lord Dangerfield. Now.
Jay Benedict plays the Mad Professor. He's actually American, so you know he's doing the Peter Lorre, and who goes like, oh, "Yes, thank you." He's actually in some pretty interesting films. He's in The Dark Knight. He plays, I think he plays like upper class twit, which is quite funny. He's also in the Dennis Rodman film Double Team. Oh, he's in The Dark Knight Rises. He plays Rich Twit. This is the Professor from earlier on. and he plays Ed Sullivan in the miniseries, like did the life story of Cilla Black, which I did not watch. He's in quite a lot. He had a pretty consistent career. Those are the key ones. We must live over here because he's done like Casualty as well, but then he's gone over to America and done things over there like The Dark Knight. But that probably was filmed over here, wasn't it? So who knows?
You let this psychopath kill my number one! My life creation! My work! I've always had my eye on you!
Yeah, this guy, Rich
Thank
Twit.
goodness all his work was complete.
Nobody talks like that to me.
He's in a film at the moment called Scarefest, which came out in 2019. Came out on Halloween. Don't know anything about that one. So like a meta slasher. Oh yeah, Please Sir's an interesting one, Russell, because when you look at pictures of them now,
Nice
I think
day for a funeral.
John Alderton looks younger than most of the supposed kids. See what I mean? He just goes, oh my god, for no reason.
Do you mind if I have a cigarette before I go?
Of course. Oh, that guy who just got shot a minute ago, he was in the Lilyhammer, the Steve Van Zandt
Sorry,
TV show, which was one of the first things I ever watched on Netflix. I don't think I ever finished it. I think they did about 2 or 3 series, but I watched the first series. It was pretty good. I like snow-based things. I think that's why I watched it. So you'd get the world's longest cigarette, wouldn't you, in this moment? Oh, he's got the weapon that fires from the cigarette. Ooh, look at him, cowboy. Ride him, cowboy. Looks like he's licensed to love and kill. Here we go.
Kill him!
Start the music. He's on the run. Kill him. Thank you for the instruction.
Not your lucky day, is it?
It's difficult to know, isn't it, what to do in these situations. Kill him. Should I kill him? Kill him! Oh, thank you. Dead.
Have a cigar.
No, thanks.
Honestly, I would not smoke a cigar or a cigarette in this film because I can't tell which ones are weapons and which ones are not.
So, Commander, you're the man who allowed number one.
Oh yeah, of course it is. Yeah,
send my men
Is that the
after
film
him.
with
We'll bring them back
Lulu?
dead.
No, forget it.
No. It's not Sidney Poitier, is it? No, I don't.
After all,
I'm
it's
so
to be
confused.
expected. We are up against.
There was a lot of
the
kind
number one agent,
of
aren't we?
strange school-based romances around that time.
Good. Now relax, Commander. I see you have a little avoirdupois.
Nice hat. They love laughing at their own jokes in this film. I guess it's making sure that it's very clear that it's a joke. Cool films, isn't it? Oh, yeah, that's why you never accept a cigarette from any. That's why I don't smoke. I just can't take that risk that I'll explode. We're well over halfway into the film. Oh, here we go. This was difficult. Dance, dance for your pretty face. Dance, dance, dance till let's go. It's a different one. I can't remember. This is a different song, so I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. Whether I'll get shut down.
Make a habit of being the most beautiful girl in the room.
Most beautiful girl. Could you be
talking to
the
me?
most
Couldn't do that
beautiful
again.
girl?
Listen, Wi-Fi. Come back about 10 o'clock.
stole out of Flight of the Conchords,
To see the show.
Yes, I might just do that. In the meantime, perhaps you could tell me where I can find Scarlet.
Find Scarlet.
Come on, I'll show you.
Scarlet woman. Now this is the scene that was the hardest to cover up because she's got some tassels in certain areas. She's swinging them around because they're a weapon. He's going to actually try and she's going to try and murderize him.
She's not here. Where is she?
Oh man, I forgot to cover that bit up.
Come on, lover. I'm all yours.
I'm all yours. Oof. It looks a little bit like Rod Hull. Or yeah, it looks a bit like Rod Hull.
I think I made a bit of a boob.
I think I made a bit of a boob. Yeah. See what I mean? She's swinging them around. But they're like almost like rotor blades. So it gets very, very dangerous. It's amazing what you can find on here. There's all like all the old Alf Garnett that are on YouTube as well. And what he does is he makes her spin her tassels around, and then she goes straight into the wall and gets stuck in the wall.
I've got a pair.
I got a pair. Oh, dear Mason. Got two t-shirt. You get the two t-shirt treatment in this one. Yeah, look, she goes straight into the wall. It's quite clever, that actually. It's quite funny, I think.
Certainly made an impression.
Certainly made an impression.
Hey, get me out of here!
Her accent's clearly dubbed. Oh, there's a guy in the closet. Oh, no, outside the door. Oh, look at that wallpaper. It's terrible. Dance. Oh, we're still going. We got through the main songs. Obviously, nobody cares enough. These t-shirt ads are ruining the film. Not improving them, Gareth. It's not an ad. It's just to cover them up. Give them some modesty. But you told me this was a bad, bad film, Gareth. You can't ruin a bad, bad film. See, it just says, oh my god, for no reason as well. That ruins it for me. Terrible subtitling.
You dirty fighter!
You dirty fighter! You dirty rat! You killed my brother. Didn't actually ever say that, did he? Somebody's chopped those branches off, isn't it? World's slowest shooting.
I got you cold, you number one stiff!
He loves calling him a stiff. Yeah.
You dirty coward!
The dirty coward. Okay. That was quite close.
Hey, you dirty fighter!
And here we are, back at the Holiday Inn. Look. When people walk, it says, oh my god. It must be the same rhythm.
Oh, yeah, she came to collect her luggage and checked out.
Check out? Any message?
What's your favourite Rodney Dangerfield film, guys? Mine is Back to School. That's so funny.
He's sending you a farewell present later today.
Oh, thanks. My room, 309, 739.
There we are. He nearly forgot someone tell her to come to his room.
Your party is on the line now, sir.
Another little comeback to you, Gareth. Surely the story is enough
Why, sir, don't you know
for
what time
this
it is?
to hold
Very
your
funny,
attention.
number one. It's 4 in the
It's an
morning
incredible
here.
story. One of the greatest
Well, at least you'll be in the office on time.
pieces of fiction ever written.
I hope you have a good reason.
Look at him in his pyjamas. I didn't cover that
Sir,
up.
Lord Dangerfield and his daughter have been taken prisoner by one...
Same
certain
pattern
Lucifer
pyjamas
Orchid.
as the wallpaper.
And I'm sorry to report, sir, that I don't know where they've gone.
In other words, you've bungled the job. Fly back to England immediately and report to me in my office today.
But,
He's already in England.
on a plane tonight.
That way you'll be in the office on time. When's your number one?
Well, hang on. Don't put the phone down before you finish speaking. Never mind. What's he got? What's that? Show what he's got in his hand.
Good
Is he
night.
on a trip? Or is it his light switch? Oh. Housekeeping. Housekeeping.
Don't tell
Could've
me you're
just
the
knocked.
doorman.
You're the doorman. Oh, look at his face. He's a baddie. He's got nice white chompers, but he could do with some gold ones, you don't think?
Hi.
Oof. He's got a feather boa on.
Hi.
Nice rod hole. Biff. Kapow. Sock. This could do with a Batman Adam West style. Ooh, he's hitting with some hard seltzer. Open your mouth so I can get this all in your mouth. There we go. Thank you. He's hydrated him. That's nice of him. One of those goes awry, and Gareth Hunt's getting a mouthful of teeth.
Huh?
You get that
We've
one?
had some complaints from our other guests about the sound on your television being too loud. Could you please turn it down?
Bit the fuck. That must be really hard to do.
They don't like the noise from the television.
Oh, he's gonna do a Rolling Stones. Oh no, he did throw him out the window. Is it Brian Jones who liked doing that? Throwing him out the window? Oh my word, the woman next door is not going to be happy. Look at her, she's there in her... Obviously the woman next door is in full lingerie.
You're late.
I left that one in for you, Gareth. Happy National Gareth Day. Good old British Airways. Don't think the British end up. See, that could be now, couldn't it? Still have those taxis. Still have those houses. Here's Quentin Crisp getting out of the taxi.
Do you enjoy any other pleasures in life?
I like killing. That's my life.
I like
You are
killing.
indeed a true killer. And a unique lady, Madam Wang.
She's a lady killer.
I think I should warn you. Number one is the best agent the British Secret Service have.
I have killed
Madam Wang.
68 international
Okay, I'm going to
agents.
tell you this. I'm going to spoil this.
He may
There's
be
a
number
Madam
one
Wang
to
and there's a
you,
female Madam
but
Wang and
he'll
there's a
be
male Madam
69
Wang.
to me.
The lady earlier on who was with the tassels, she is
Your
her
daughter is young
character is
and
literally
beautiful,
called
Lord
Booby Girl.
Dangefield. Her life is in front of her. It's true that yours will be over shortly when you blow up the president. But up to the last minute, you can
blow up
console
the
yourself with the
president.
fact that
For
you
no apparent
saved
reason.
Your daughter's life.
For chaos.
You can go to heaven with the president.
Agent of chaos.
Oh, morning. Lovely morning.
Top of morning.
So, Lord Dangerfield calmly rings you up, tells you he's now back in England, thanks you for your assistance, and that's all there is to it.
Apparently, yes, number one. His worries about
What's he
blackmail
doing?
never amounted to anything.
Bit of gardening.
The PM is pleased he's back. He's assigned him to an action committee that is
I'd
going to meet the
understand
American
like a
president in 2 days'
bonsai
time.
trimming or something,
So,
but
all's well that
he's not
ends well,
doing
number
full
one.
on,
Ends well. It's only just beginning.
full on gardening.
If Lord Dangerfield is meeting the president, then Orchid's lust for power is obviously going beyond his fortress
So
in
you're
America.
going
and
to
his
kill the
island in
president, and
Atlantic.
if you kill the president, turns
He's
out
going
you
for a
can
takeover
automatically
of the
become the
United
president.
States.
So that's how it
That's
works.
preposterous, number one. The CIA checked out Senator Orchid. True, he supported some shady presidential candidates in the past.
He supported
but
Slim
those
Shady.
years, Lord Dangerfield speaks very highly of him.
Well, he would. He's being blackmailed by him.
Lord Dangerfield isn't a rich man.
Orchid doesn't want money. He wants to kill the president.
You've been reading too many books, number one.
You've been reading too many Ian
What
Fleming
do you gain
books,
by
number
killing
one.
the president? If the
Are they any
president were
good?
killed, the vice president would be sworn in
Better than
within
this,
an hour.
sir.
Yes, that rules out a rigged election. Well, sir, perhaps you could tell me why
Controversial.
Orchid did his best to kill me.
That is one thing that doesn't surprise me. I think we can forget about Senator Orchid wanting to
Nobody
kill
likes you,
president.
number one.
Besides, we should let the CIA do any worrying in that direction.
I'd feel better, sir, if you let me check out Miss Dangerfield. Just to make sure she
Oh
is
yeah, I
safe
bet
and
you
sound.
will. You'll invite her up to your room, you sore
But, sir,
spot.
clearly Orchid is up to no good.
My plants don't need
My plants don't need
disaggregation.
disaggravation. All right, Prince Charles.
I think you need a rest, number one.
Talking to your plants.
That's an order. Leave your magnums with me, number one.
Leave your magnums or any other of your ice creams on the desk.
Use this if you must carry a gun until you're in the field again.
Very nice for a lady's handbag, sir.
Yes, I know. Well, take it or leave it.
I'll leave it.
Your car will be in K Department's garage this afternoon. You can collect it then.
Nice.
So do you think K Department will put my refrigerator back?
No.
Thank you.
There's a refrigerator in his car. Nice. So he's got to walk it everywhere now. Oh, yeah. Oh man. I love carry on films. There's quite a few of them free on here as well. Yeah, there's quite a lot of them.
You come with the car?
I'll come as far as Sloan.
I might do some carry on watch-alongs at some point.
I'll be.
I noticed in the UK they've just started putting them in the paid section of ITV-X because I think so many people are watching them for free. They're desperately trying to get people to pay for the subscription service. So they put all of the carry-ons behind that. But I've got a massive box set of all of them, and they include the Christmas ones on there as well, and the carry-on laughings. They're really good. My favourite, Carry On Abroad.
Would you this?
Thanks.
Eggs, chippings. Here we go. So this is Madame Wang.
Would you give me a hand with this?
Don't mind if I do. That's what he'd be doing if he was in a carry-on film.
Do I embarrass you?
No.
Certainly not.
I've been asking every woman I've met to meet me in my room.
I'll just go and slip into something more comfortable.
Just go and sleep into something more comfortable. I sleep into something more comfortable. No, that's not right. I got the accent all wrong. Hiya, hiya. I think that's the song. You know, when he's getting ready for action, he straightens his tie, which makes me think that, and we've not seen him get down and dirty, but I imagine he keeps his tie on. Plot twist. Plot twist. Don't let go. Oh, blimey.
Are you surprised, Mr. Blind?
Oh, man, it's not gone well for him
you
today,
being
has
Chinese,
it?
I did expect something different, but not this.
I've been instructed to
That
kill
doesn't
you
make any sense whatsoever.
with as much pain as possible. If you like, I give it to you
Nice.
sideways.
So choppy. This is the problem with this rattan furniture. Ah! Chopped it down into a tiny chair. That's impossible.
No more screw around.
Sounds like a
No,
George
no,
Harrison
but
B-side
blood
going on in the
crystal.
background.
You got the force with you?
No, just the wire.
Ooh, right in the... Oof. Right in the
Last time I pick
unmentionables.
up a Chinese bird.
What's... Oh, bird. I was thinking, what's Chinese bread? Yeah. I think we talked about this, didn't we, the
Yeah,
other
the
night? We
fresh
were
road.
saying about that, Russell.
Oh, well. What about a
Why,
Cadbury's milk tray?
Sometimes, because things need to be spelled out so much now that you can't necessarily show that someone's a terrible person through them getting their comeuppance, it has to be explained maybe a bit too much. Like, I call it overcorrecting.
You did that so
But if
well.
you certainly, I know that somebody told me recently they have edited one bit of a Carry On film, but pretty
Whatever
much left
happened
them
to the
alone.
roses?
Well, they're a time
They took
capsule
my
of the
fridge away.
time, you know.
Anyway, they wouldn't taste so good.
He's so upset
Take
about
a
his
few days
fridge.
rest, he
All
said.
that's happened in this film
And
so
wouldn't
far,
you
all the
know?
violence, the death,
8 hours
women
later.
having their bones bones disintegrated by acid in front of him, and he's like, "They took my fridge away. My fridge away."
Don't bother
In
to
fact, that's
sit
very
down,
much
number
like Bond, isn't it? Bond
Take a few
is
days
just like he
leave.
gets upset
Enjoy
about.
yourself.
He chooses one woman to get
Dublin's
upset
in the
about,
ministry.
and then everything
I thought
else
there
that
was only-
happens, it doesn't bother him at
According to
all.
Lord Dangerfield, his daughter is having a holiday.
Is she?
I thought you might like to join her. Fear and peace of mind. I don't know why I do these things for you, number one.
Well, now I'm back in the field.
Just
Perhaps
keeps
I could
sending
have
him
my
off to be with what's her name?
You're licensed to kill, number one, but only with the government issue 38.
Is it Carlotta Muff
As far
still
as I'm
alive, or is
concerned,
she
these
blown
guns
up?
Don't exist. No.
Oh, he's giving him some proper cowboy.
Thank you.
Six shooters. Look at all the plants in this room. You can barely see him behind that jungle. And here we go, just like droopies off on the plane. Takes about 3 seconds to get there. But we'll extend the period of time that he's walking from one place to another. No.
Good morning.
So,
The hotel said I'd find a lot of muff here.
Yeah, after lunch you
Find
it
a
lying
lot
all over
of
the
muff.
beach.
No, not a lot of fluff. A lot of muff.
you'll find it all over the
Carlotta
beach!
Muff-Dangerfield.
Oh my word.
Oh, she's
A lot
over
of muff
there.
Oh, I just thought you were talking about eligible women. Oh my word, that was embarrassingly bad. Is that a machete? Oh, or a meat cleaver. To have my own little boat one day. There's literally a boat club just down the road. I'd love to be able to afford a boat. I've got a kayak, but I haven't used it for ages. Yeah, I'd have to buy some more t-shirts for
No
Flash
chance for you,
Gordon.
number one. I'm the best.
I go to YouTube for my nudity. Turns out there is other websites are available. Yeah, we missed out on having our first ever curly-haired James Bond. Can you imagine the amount of people who were upset about having a blonde James Bond
Headshots
when
are a
Daniel
certain
Craig
killer.
started? Nobody seemed very happy. But curly James Bond. I just love that story that, you know, he'd aced the audition for Bond. Thought, I'm going to flick my cigarette in the air and catch it in my mouth and look like a really cool, and then burnt himself and looked all goofy, and they were like, no, sorry Gareth,
I hope it works.
it's
No bearings or bullets.
License to Love and Kill for you. You do get to be the man from S.E.X. though.
Bye-bye, you're number one, stiff.
You do get to be called number one stiff 12 times by this guy. It's that mouth organ. Yes. Break it down. This is the extended version of his theme song. That's the boat weaves back.
Give me the vice
Where's the
president of
nurse?
United States?
Nearest telephone, the nurse telephone. All of this film has been filmed around a very small area around an airport. Except for the main landmarks of London, where they shot and then ran, I'd imagine.
Get in, number one.
Nearly hit him with the door. Get in, number one.
How nice of you to meet me, sir.
You've overstepped yourself this time, number one. Lord Dangerfield has complained to the PM that you're chasing his daughter across Europe.
Chasing his
The
daughter.
CIA are screaming at the Department of Defense because you're interfering with their security plans with unfounded theories of assassination.
Well, he has
And
this
now,
in
the
common with
last
Bond.
straw. You phone the
Everybody's
Vice
upset with
President,
him.
Collect from Switzerland and tell him to change his plans and not
Even
come
the
to
Swiss
London
are
to join
upset
the
with him.
president. You're finished.
And they're usually very neutral on this. They only really like
planning
clocks
to
and
assassinate the president.
It's preposterous, number one.
Toblerone.
Preposterous. I'm too good to you, number one. The
So
PM has been on the
preposterous.
phone since 4 this morning. I shall be sorry to lose you, number one. You may be the best agent we have, but my odds...
Words we don't hear
stay.
anymore, number one.
Anyway, why
Preposterous
should we worry
and
about the CIA's
charmed,
problems?
number two.
Yes, sir, I understand. There's just one last thing I'd like you to do for me, sir. I promise it's the last request I'll make.
Very well, number one. But only on condition that it has nothing to do with the president, the vice president, Lord Dangerfield, or Lord Dangerfield's daughter.
I want 2 of the fastest and best equipped jet planes you can supply me with a crew that can be totally trusted to keep their mouths shut. We'll get them for you. And you know what I want them to do when they meet the vice president's plane, mid-Atlantic?
This is like Money playing. Anything that happens in the air, international waters, you can pretty much do whatever you want. I learned that from Money playing. You want to see an elephant? Fuck a giraffe? Money playing.
Right now, you know, the plane's now
Rumble the Grouch, Darius the Third. Darius the Rumble Grouch the Third. They're just calling him Rumble.
The plane's now on our radar screen. He's 100 miles out and just starting his descent.
All right, I'll have my guys on the runway in 2 minutes and 11 seconds precisely.
Let's get all this logistics stuff sorted. This is important. Let's not waste any time.
What do you think you're doing? Give me the best helicopter.
Wait, what do you mean you're doing?
All right.
You bloody mug.
They're all over there in the hangar. Blue one, red one.
In the hangar? I'm a working class man and I drop my H's. A real policeman there who's behind him coming to tell them, check whether they've got a permit for shooting in London. Just keep walking, just keep walking. Get in the car and drive. Eric Estrada's here.
We'll be at the hotel in 20 minutes, Mr. Vice President.
Mr. Vice President. He's lucky his actual surname is Vice President. It's a hyphenated name, so he's lucky he got that job. Yeah. Stock footage of the motorway being built. Don't think there's any t-shirts in the rest of the film, so guys, if you don't like the t-shirts, they're all gone. He's driving it with his knees. What is he doing? He's out of control. Boom. See that? What a shot. It's like a Santini Airways one there. Oh, love those. There's Cosworths, I think. Those police cars, used to see them. They're like, you could only have a certain amount of police cars that could drive fast.
Sir, perhaps you should hear this.
Sir, perhaps you should hear this. It's my new mixtape. It drops on Thursday.
Nobody gets on this floor, but nobody.
Right. What's going on?
Somebody just shut the door.
Nobody gets on this floor. All right.
I'm sorry, sir. You'll
Durrani.
leave. I have an appointment with the
I've
president.
just arrived.
All the president's meetings have been cancelled. I must see the president. If you don't
All the president's men
sir, I'll
has
have
been
to have you
cancelled.
arrested.
It's a nice little canary blue suit. You went up in a puff of smoke. That's my friends. You do not go up puffs. Incredible, he flew that with his knees and still managed to get his one shot off and kill that guy. That's possibly one of the greatest bits of sharpshooting that I've ever seen in my life. But guys, if you're watching this and you think, you know, is there another spoof Bond you'd like us to watch together? I could give the t-shirt treatment to. I'm more than happy to find one. Operation Kid Brother or anything like that. Preferably someone who's let the copyright lapse, or doesn't care about the copyright, or their company went bust.
Some lunatic just shot the vice president. They're rushing
I
into
double-checked that everybody involved in this film
was aiming for his arm.
What?
Well, don't worry, it's not the real vice president. It's a duplicate made by Orchid's plastic.
He was aiming for his arm.
A duplicate?
Yes, sir. And even if I'm wrong, I'm certain by now the CIA will have cancelled a meeting with Lord
Duplicate?
Dangerfield and the president.
Very clever, number one, but the CIA might just shoot you for this.
Well, I'm going. The odds are not much better. By the way, where's my plane?
The RAF promised to be here at 3. It's only 2 minutes.
Guys, if you want to listen to something funny, the Adam Buxton and Joe Cornish versions of the Quantum of Solace theme song are hilarious.
Back to London. I see. If the president
I think there are some more of
Dangerfield,
these.
Orchid's duplicate would be sworn in, and Orchid's dream would come true. Powered
I'll
by
have to do
proxy.
some digging.
Very neat indeed. But if it's true, where are you going to find the vice
I
president?
put a filter on this as well because I'm hoping that it might make a difference.
Had an island in the Atlantic, and I'm certain that's where we'll find him and Lotta.
If you're right,
Not
number
get
one,
shut
I'll see if I can get you your job back.
Thank you.
So if she gets married to him, is she going to be Lotta Muff-Dangerfield Bind? Or Bind Muff-Dangerfield? Or Muff-Bind? It's tricky. It's hard to decide. Triple barrel names. Almost like those toy soldiers used to get in the cornflakes. Just throw them with a parachute on. Here we go. Here come the heavies. Here he is. Still in his suit, not a hair out of place. One of the benefits of having curly hair, think on for the next James Bond.
Just dropped in, eh, darling?
I just dropped in it, darling. He's calling his car, darling. Or... Yeah, his car's darling. Okay. He loves his car. Does anyone else call their car a name? Like, do you call it a she? Let's have a look at this. Oh, right. That might be very Aussie-centric, I think, that one, Russell. Yeah. Flashing the pan. I'm going to Google that one. I quite like Crowded House and Split Ends and all those kind of the last few years, I think. And who doesn't like ACPDs? They're out touring again, I think. Oh my god. He's sure they can outrun these. These could barely make it off the grass. Go on, Bind. So, I might do a poll later on. Who's better, James Bond or Charles Bind? Who's your favourite? Controversial. Boom, you're gone. This is a bit like jousting. Spent all the money there. Like I say, I think this is all filmed around a local small light aircraft airfield. So no, oh man. Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Get the fuck out of the way! In the words of Tom Green, get the fuck out of the way! Right, so who's gonna fight me one at a time first? Yo, Trash Picture Show. Hey man, how's it going? So around this, yes, the same time for you as it is. So unlike most people who are either having coffee to watch this, or at least you're wide awake to watch this classic. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. I was watching your show with Mikey, with Larry.
Why don't you get a haircut, Jensen?
That's cool. Get a haircut, Jensen.
That was not funny.
You're right, Jensen. That was not funny.
Why are you talking like that?
Because you got your hand on my
hit me right in the...
Oh.
On vegetables.
If Orchid didn't want to see you right away, I'd blow your brains out.
It's like that classic joke, isn't it? If brains were dynamite.
She doesn't like strangers, Jensen.
She doesn't like being touched, Jensen.
Oh.
It's my mother, the car. It's a prototype of Kit. Oh, don't shoot his... Oh, you son of... He didn't get upset before when they threw that woman into the acid and all of her skin came off and she died, and he was like, oh, I like my fish off the bone, not my women. But when they shot his car, he's like, no, you son of a bitch.
You will be, Mr.
Here he is, little Lord Fauntleroy.
Like all brilliant ideas, my plan was simplicity itself.
Why not a plastic
To what?
The president is
Create
the focal point
clones
world
of
interest.
everyone,
The vice president
and then
is not. Besides the shock and
sorry,
confusion
so
of the
create clones of
presidential
everybody,
assassination
and then
would
kill
have
the
made for smooth
president.
and unnoticeable
Get
transition.
the top secret agent to
I
impersonate
suppose by now
himself.
you've let that
My
psychopath
plan was
Jensen control the
simplicity
vice president.
itself.
And Lotta, of course.
Of course.
I always keep a few cards to play, Mr. Bind.
Yeah,
One never
he's definitely
quite
got a
knows
look of that.
how the game will end.
That's not a.
true.
That's not a.
Of course, I can now use the vice president
Shit
as
James Bond
blackmail
ripoff.
material.
This is a shit
Well, that's a money
James
spinner.
Bond ripoff.
Yes. I could even include you and Miss Dangerfield in the blackmail
Yeah, he did.
package.
Somehow I don't think the British government would pay for my life.
No.
My life
There's a
isn't
little
worth.
consequence, Mr. Bind.
Isn't worth anything, I'm afraid.
My desire to kill you is greater than my
Cashed in
love
my
of
life
lust
insurance.
and power.
Here's my birth certificate, my death
Killing you will
certificate.
be my pleasure alone. Even now, Jensen is
I
putting
don't
the
believe
vice
we've had
president
the
and Miss
pleasure.
Dangerfield on an airplane. They'll be flown out over the Atlantic.
For the last
Austin
big spin.
Powers?
Yes.
Austin Powers. He's a
Needless
real
to say,
person.
they'll both
I
be
think Mike
wearing
Myers watched
suits.
this. A Lotta
Country
Muff.
ones.
I mean, there's a lot of vagina in Austin Powers.
And now
Right,
it's
I'm off.
goodbye, Mr.
The
Bind.
heavies in this are very similar to the heavies in Money Plane.
Prepare to meet thy maker, Mr. Bind.
Mr. Vine is calling this, Jeremy Vine. No, not gonna work. My wings are like a shield of steel.
Oh,
He got
let
his
us
shoes wet,
pray,
son of a
Mr.
bitch.
Bind.
Hey, that's the first time they got his name right in the whole film. Bind. But he's in a bind now. Piff pap poof, and I disappear.
When you play with fire, you
Get
get
ya.
your ass burned.
You get your ass burned. I think he said arse. British arse. He did that. Look up there, what's that?
Not your lucky day, is it?
Okay. Car's still relatively okay. Yeah, that line, I love fish on the bone, but not my women, was quite an interesting one. Or off the bone. Oh, he's got his cutters out again. I hope he tested these. I feel like he hadn't tested them. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing, mate. Firing cannons at him, of course. Local historical society happened to be in the field nearby. Shoot cannonballs at him. Tell you what, though, we laugh, but if you hit one of them, if it got hit by a massive cannonball, your little car's messed up. That's that could be. I think that's in the sequel. Yeah. Sounds like, guys, if you're incomprehensible stories, there's the Diana clone, which is free on here, and I interviewed the director. That is a wild film, but your brain will hurt afterwards. Oh, thanks.
Come on, girl, you can do it.
Come on, girl, you can do it. Look at him. Oh, he's poor. Ah, it's so sad. Saddest part of it now is the loss of his car. He's still moving, he's trying to get out. Don't worry, I'll come back for you. I'll fix you. Is this canon? Where's Lotta Muff? On the beach. That was the answer to before, wasn't it? On the beach. Lotta Muff. Senator Lucifer Orchid. I'm coming for you, and I'm coming hard. Yeah. He is a badass. This car is pretty much indestructible. Okay. Time for the big showdown, I think.
You're gonna kill me in cold blood without a chance.
What else?
Can I turn my back on you then, Jensen? I always figured you for a back shooter.
What's a back shooter?
Cargo door was one I'd expect a 00 number to go for.
The game isn't over yet, Jensen. Remember,
I'm not a 00,
never
I'm just
my name, and I'm
one.
a winner in every game.
I see that it's on your tombstone.
Thanks.
Okay, Steph.
Thanks for sorting out my my arrangements when I pass. I appreciate it.
Fingertips on me. Now you get a real slow kneecap job before I throw you to the
Ooh, a
fish.
kneecap job.
Still on the island.
I don't want a kneecap job.
When it's in the cleanup.
Sounds weird.
Okay, Steph.
And Cleanup Squad also sounds weird. Guys, just kiss already. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, goosebumps. Yep, she's up there. Yes, yeah, there she is. My gag's up here, boys. I kill you. I tell you, I've been promising to kill you. You're stiff for the whole film. Now we're gonna have a really underwhelming fight. Oh, Jacobs.
Get up, car killer.
Up, car killer.
I want you on your feet.
Hey, Queensbury Road.
He's so angry about his car being.
Hey, number one. Hey,
Split my leg.
If you split your leg, Jensen, it's because you've got a razor up it.
No, I
Queensbury Road.
Ah!
What are we? What?
It wasn't a razor.
It wasn't a razor.
It's my special blackjack. Screw
What is it?
the Queensbury rules.
Well, nobody had made an arrangement to fight under the Queensbury rules. Biff. He was kicking his balls badly. I don't know whether it's badly in terms of like it would hurt, or badly in terms of just badly choreographed, or both. But this is a documentary, so number one was some sort of, is that a dummy board with the script on it for the henchman? If he says number one wasn't good enough or something now, then yeah, he has to have a. We've just seen his dummy board. Oh no, he's gonna scratch his eyes out. Right, Freddy.
Okay, Steph.
Not Steph, Stiff.
You're full of surprises, Jensen.
Not called Steph, is he? Stephanie Bine. Is that his real name?
You're full of surprises yourself.
You're full of surprises.
Hey, number one, gentle with the family heirlooms.
Gentle with the family heirlooms.
Size.
I've never heard of that. I've heard of the family jewels. Family heirlooms. Cut your nails. We've got the music on now, so yeah, something big's gonna happen. Ah, numerous. Yeah, I did kick him in the balls. Nice wig game of he wears a wig. Such vanity, Jensen.
Just popped out for some fresh
dirty
air,
stiff.
Eh?
Ah. All right, can you hurry up? Get rid of the quips and start, you know,
Right,
realizing
yeah,
that no one's flying this plane. If it's an automatic pilot.
I hope it's an automatic pilot. Can you fly, sir?
43 missions over Hamburg.
43 missions over Hamburg.
I had a paper cup
We
when I was the
were,
ambassador to Berlin.
We were bombing the Hamburglar.
Weekend trips to Hamburg, the Sin City.
I was on
wow.
the side of Grimace.
Hey, how are you going to get me out of this?
Rubble, rubble.
I better get Jensen's special blackjack.
Oh, yeah.
Hang in there,
Hang
kid.
in there, kid.
We're going to be all right now.
Do you mind? We're
Yes, sir,
getting it
I think
on
we'll make it.
back here. Oh, we're going to make it. We're going to make it on the plane. About you. Fair days moving down the freeway. Guys, I really appreciate all the people that joined me, all the people that are going to watch this in the future and seek out the original non-Pugwall version of this. I really enjoyed watching that. I love watching these crap movies with fun crap movies with you guys. And I know it's a strange time of day for many of us, and I'm kind of a little bit housebound at the moment, so I might not be able to do as many of these, but I'd like to. It's good fun. So I hope you enjoyed Love is a Fine Thing, License to Love, and thanks Nate, appreciate that. I hope you appreciated our Gareth Hunt extravaganza. Check out all the people's channels who were in the chat. Subscribe to them. They'd be really appreciative of it, I'm sure. This is a very special film. No. So yeah, do you know what? I was watching this, and as I was editing it, I thought this was hilarious as I was watching it. So I think they made it funny as well. But thank you, Nate. Thanks, Russell. Yeah, thanks, Gareth. Oh, thanks, Trash Picture Show. Thank you. I've said Russell, haven't I? Yep. Gareth, of course. There's more than one Gareth in this film. Gareth Hunt, and the real Gareth. Dr. Counterpunch, thank you very much. The one and only MSJ. So many people who joined in before to comment or just to watch earlier on. People who didn't comment. Oh, of course, 59th Survivor of VHS. He just writes the most interesting comments on the channel. He's such a cool, interesting guy. Check out his channel as well. Guys, thank you so much. You now all officially have a license to love and kill. So use it wisely. Have a lovely rest of your day, evening, night, morning, wherever it is. And I will I'll catch you again very soon. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. And then I take my sweet time switching it off. So, I'll just keep waving. Like the end of Police Squad, I'll be like...